Good morning. Okay. Y'all, this was so funny. I've been trying to get myself right, get my proper setup so um we could do this damn thing. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How is everybody doing today? Let me see. Let me set this thing up right. It's like unfortunately you can't really see until you actually go live with it. Let me see. Let me set this thing up right. Okay. It's like unfortunately you can't really okay, maybe this is good right here. Okay. You actually go live with it. Okay, let's see what the feedback is. This is good right here. Okay. Okay, let's see what the feedback is. Okay. Getting myself situated. It's funny because what I see and then what I see here and then what I see here, it's like two different things. Okay. Oh, you know what? Okay. It's funny because what I see and then what I see here and then what I see here. Okay. Two different things. All right, give me. I'm almost like talking to myself. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Okay, I actually bought an extra something. Let me use this though because I was like, well, I'm not gonna need two, but then I'm thinking, you know what? I can just prop up my phone so I could actually have this one closer and I can actually read. Look at me. Look, look at me. Looking extra sussy in the park. Looking extra like what is this lady up to in the park over by the playground? Why is she doing the most? Because we talked about that on Wednesday. Because that's what we do. Anyway, all right, which one? This is okay. Here we go. Okay, I want to be able to see the. Okay, here we go. This is so funny. Should I put this here? No, because I'm not gonna be able to read. Good morning, guys. Bonjour, bonjour. Uh-oh, alert at the house. Let's see what's going on over to the house. Just a second. I just got an alert. Is that the mailman? Oh, the landscapers. Okay. Okay. You know those alerts come quick. Okay. As soon as you ride past the house, it's like bloop. Okay. Guys, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Can you believe we made it to Friday and Sis has gone live every single morning? I didn't have any interruptions. Let me just check my sound. Good morning. Let me see who got here first. Okay, so Siobhan, good morning. Okay. Okay, perfect. All right, let me get the chat up. Let me let this. Okay. Okay, this is what I'm gonna say. Number one, I saw Jasmine had posted. We're gonna have to get back into the studio because I saw Jasmine posted a video, and I saw she was walking with the boys. They were going to the emergency room, and I was like, "What happened? What happened?" And I don't know. I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it. You say there's feedback? I don't think it was feedback. I think I was adjusting my bag, my work outside bag. Is there feedback right now? So, I saw that she put up a video. I guess she's back, like maybe she's gotten back a hold of herself and she's not going to keep going live on the grudge match with Olivia because everybody's tired of it. Um, Let's see. I'm not going to use it like this. I feel like I should just. Okay, let me put this over here. Okay, this is better. Okay. Anyway, but yeah, I kind of peeped in at what was going on. I wasn't really into it right away, and I was like, you know what? I'll just come back. I'll come back when I'm in the studio, when I'm back in the regular studio. And I was moving my keys around. I put the mic down for a minute, so maybe that did something. I'm not sure. All my sound tests have been pretty good, so I feel like we should be good. Anyway, but yeah, when we're back in the studio, I know I have a couple of things I want to do. First thing I want to do, I want to react to that Mercy video. And so Gerald Addy did respond back to me. So I think that was yesterday we were having the conversation. Gerald Addy, I put a comment, and he said that they went to court on June 12th. Now, I'm just trying to figure out which case it is, because when I say which case, I mean which case, sir. Um, because they have more than one case. All right. So I did download a bunch of documents. I purchased the documents of the cases to try to figure out what was going on. And I have had no time to get into it. I'm just going to be honest. Yesterday, when I left here, Farrah and I went to Walmart and we went and got a few things, a little few items. There is it called Free Assembly? I think it's Walmart's version of Free People. It's kind of like, I don't want to say it's boho, but it's Free Assembly or something. There's a particular sweater that I like that they always have at H&M. It kind of looks like the square shape, gold button, two pocket, Chanel inspired cardigan. They usually have them in like a tweed and different. So they had pink, blue, black, and white. Super cute, perfect for the spring. They were like $26. So I saw they had a couple of things. They had a couple of cute little dresses, some little throw around, throw in the wash, go run out type, little cute dresses, stuff to wear to the pool, type things. So I got a couple things for me and Boo Boo. We didn't even get a chance to go over see what was in men's, but my husband likes stuff from H&M. I don't know. I mean, if there's something appropriate at Walmart, we'll pick it up, but we didn't even go over to the men's department. Um, anyway, we picked up a few items. Did we pick up any food items? I can't. Oh, she needed to get some tennis supplies. Um, we left. We went, grabbed a bite to eat, and came home. Lambo, of course, had made a mess. So got not a poo poo pee pee mess. He was messing around with like a pillow and took the stuffing and stuff. No, not maybe like a toy, a plushie type thing. Um, well, I took a nap. I didn't even go live on Real Talk Bougie in the afternoon. I don't know. I was tired. And I had to rally Farrah because Farrah really wasn't feeling it. Wednesday night, she said she didn't want to go to tennis. And I was like, nope, it's only 5 days and it's only an hour and a half and you're going. You know what I mean? Unless you're sick, which she wasn't. I just think it's important to finish what you start. And I don't want her to, you know, don't give up that easy. If you're not feeling well, that's one thing. If it's just that you just don't want to go, then you should have told me that before mommy and daddy put those coins down, okay? When we put those coins down, we're and then she's going to have a couple of weeks and then we're going to do this again, but it's a longer thing. It's like 8:30 in the morning. It's a am I back? Hold on. Am I back? This again, okay, but it's a longer thing. It's like 8. Why is it that I can hear, like I could hear am I back? Okay. Hold on. Am I back? I don't even think my sound went out. Anybody whose sound went out, you guys need to check your phone, because sometimes it's you and not me. Um. Okay. Okay. Let me see this. Why is it that I can hear, like I could hear? Anyway, let me look this up real quick. Okay. Girl, he only has 844 views. Did you listen? Okay. So here's the communication with Mr. Addy. Okay, can you guys see that? You guys should be able to see. Okay, so I commented on the video Mercy Gona's going to jail. And I said, fraudulent lien. Oh, wait. Oops, my bad. Okay. Um, Hold on a second. Y'all, hold on. Okay, let me go look. And you guys know I'm in a park, so internet's not always going to be crispy. Let me go look. Oops, I just gave myself a like. I meant to go back. You guys see that? You guys should be able to see. Okay, so I commented on the video Mercy Gona's going to jail. And I said, fraudulent lien. Oh, wait. Okay, this is what I want. Look, you guys, this is the best thing to do right now. Close your app. Close your app. Swipe it up and come back, because you may be in a glitchy, um, you might be glitching your app, so it's probably not me. Okay. Let's see. Oops, my bad. Okay. Back, because you may be in a glitchy, all right, let me try to remember what I was saying. And let me find where I was. Okay. Okay. When was this hearing, and which case is this regarding? So the video Mercy Gona's going to jail just basically starts out, they're in court, right? And good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning to everyone. I'm going to speak to everyone in just a second. Let me just get this out real quick, and then we're going to talk, okay? I said, when was this hearing? Because he doesn't put any information in the description box, other than in the description box, what does he say? This video, Mercy Gono is found probable. In this video, Mercy Gono is found probable of committing a felony because she's been able to coerce her supporter to believe every lie that comes out of her mouth. Girl, what is going on with my shoulder? She has been able to coerce her supporters to believe every lie that comes out of her mouth. She felt comfortable lying in court of law, narcissist, Jezebel, and unable to be accountable and hate being exposed. She boldly lied to the judge, submitted unrelated document that she stole from me in order to prevent me from retaining my home and having to sell and split the equity with her. While she was able to fool the judge, the evidence still shows that she is a master manipulator and narcissist. The judge had no choice but to find the Jezebel liar, probably or probable girl, possible liar, pro baby. Do you see where it says pro baby? Right there. Right next to choice, liar, probably, 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 okay, probably committed, probably of committing a crime. The Georgia District Attorney will take the case from here. Mercy Gono, sis, you should have ran. When you realize this is where I'm gonna say this is your fault, sis. When you realize this guy was cuckoo, coco loco, all of the things, there is not that much of an engagement ring, good dick, your Liberian match made in heaven. You know, sometimes people want to go for the culture, and I get it. Even we as black people, like, oh, he's from Chicago, I'm from Chicago, or they're from this fraternity, I'm from this sorority, or oh, he's from Liberia, I'm from Liberia. We have, you know, certain aspects of the culture. He's Haitian, I'm Haitian, or you know, oh, we gon' all of the things, right? Which sometimes is not the move. Sometimes that's not enough. Sometimes that's not what you should go for, right? Just because it's the culture doesn't mean it's the business, okay? Um, so she went, she met this guy, and sir, whether he's crazy or not, I'm not even really trying to say that. I think both of them have issues. But when you realize this man could have you messed up in a Georgia jail, and Fonnie T, everybody can get it, Willis is not playing with anybody. So this is what he wrote in the description box. So we have not watched the video yet, but I promise you, you guys, we will. I commented and asked him when was this hearing, because they have multiple open cases, these two. These two got multiple open cases. So I'm looking at the cases and I can't figure out which one had a hearing because there's nothing documented on the docket. Now, I did see on the 20th, which was yesterday, there were some motions put in place and there was a document written by the judge. There was some sort of an order. And girl, I didn't even have time. All I had time to do this morning, outside of getting dressed, get Farrah ready to get out here, I didn't even have a chance to really read it. So I'm gonna get into those documents today, and then we will do a live later today with all of this, the hearing and Mercy's video. Indy, I think you said that Mercy did a video. I don't know if the video mentioned anything on this topic. She has talked about this over the years, or even just in the last year, but it's usually very minimal. And she's always like, guys, I made a mistake. I was dealing with someone, and I never thought in my whole life that somebody would do this to me. Okay? Like, it's always like, guys, I can't believe it. I'm trying to move forward. I'm trying to keep it positive. We are moving along. And then she has made, like, as far as her not talking her business, she's been really good about doing that. I got to give her some credit on that. But at the end of the day, homie the clown ain't not talking about your business. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I said, when was this hearing and which cases it's regarding? He said the fraudulent lien. Follow the recording. It's all there. The recording is very comprehensive, but they don't mention a case number. And you know, sis is a receipt, and sis likes to go by the receipts, and I'm trying to match up what's what, right? Anyway, he says it's all there. It was held on the 12th this month, and it's not even showing that there was a hearing on the 12th. So I'm like, okay, was this in Fulton County? Was it in another county? But I looked on Research Georgia, and the Research Georgia shows everything, Cobb, Gwinnett, all over the state, right? So he said it was on the 12th. That's his response to me. I answered back, thank you. I listened to it. I listen. Thank you. I listened. It was sent to. Was it sent to the DA's office? And he said, yes, it was. You're welcome. And by evidence of that, I believe that the judge did forward it to the district attorney's office. Can you believe this? This girl is going to be in trouble behind this ninja and this money. You know what I'm saying? And I don't blame her for being mad. I don't blame her for wanting her money back. I don't blame her for being pissed when things went a certain type of way with this guy. But if you are in a relationship and you guys are moving around major money with each other, and I'm not talking about anything illegal, I'm talking about your coins that you worked hard for, whether it's doing a damn hair video on YouTube or you pulling multiple shifts in the NICU, at the end of the day, that's your money, sis, and you don't need to be commingling money with a man that is not your husband. And even when it is your husband, sometimes you got to get papers involved. You need to have things clearly like, okay, what are we doing? Let's just put this in an email. Let's keep it friendly. Let's keep it, because nobody wants to be mad over $5,000. You know what I mean? Some people might feel like, well, you're my husband, I don't need to pay you back, or you're my wife, I don't need to pay you back. And technically, if that's how you do things in your marriage and you guys put all your money together, then that's fine. But we know in 2024, anybody can get up and leave. Lots of people are duplicitous, people are living double lives, all kinds of stuff. And when you are working hard and you don't want to get caught with your pants down, you need to have some sort of savings, right? You have to have some of your own money, because if only one person has access to the major money or only one person is pulling the credit, you could be in a situation where you are fucked up if the relationship does not work out, right? So, anyway, that seems to be what's happening. He says that she filed fraudulent documents in to be able to um, uh, sell the property, and that she did not equitably share the proceeds. But I'm sure she has some receipts, because there was a situation where when she got him out of forbearance, he never paid her back. But I don't know that she has anything in writing. You know what I mean? He may say it's a gift. No, I didn't even watch them. Sorry. Oh, okay. Someone said she did a life update. I don't know who it was, so my bad, India. Someone said she did a life update. I saw it. I have not watched it. I will watch it. But it's interesting to me because there's a lot of people, we're all grown, who are engaging in some stuff that's just not, it's risky. I don't even want to say it's not smart. That's I'd probably say it's not smart, but I will also say you have to protect yourself, no matter what. You have to protect yourself. And I've seen firsthand, and we've seen movies, but I've seen firsthand um, someone who went from owning like 6 houses, which is a big deal, 5 rental properties and a beautiful home, married a guy who wasn't necessarily like a scammer. He was a good guy. He had a decent job. He made money. He had been married before. He had 4 kids and had to pay alimony and all of that kind of stuff. Marries this other lady, right? Has 2 kids with her. So now he's got 6 kids. Um, and worked for one of the top companies, like a global, let's say top 100, and made a good salary, probably maybe somewhere under 200. Nice home, everything. And I don't know if he was cheating, but he certainly did take up with someone pretty quick after they got divorced. They were married for about like 7, 8 years. Anyway, I still don't understand how she left the house, but she left the house, went and moved into an apartment. Meanwhile, come to find out, had liquidated her rental properties in Florida, all kinds of stuff. He had convinced her once upon a time that she could quit her job. He was going to take care of everything. She knew better. She knew better. She knew better. Her bills started getting late. They bought a Mercedes late, all kinds, just weird shit, stuff she wasn't used to when she was managing her own finances independently. Sometimes you got to realize that you could be marrying someone who financially is not responsible with their money and y'all's money. You know what I'm saying? Like financially, it may not necessarily be a good move to allow this person to take over your credit report. Um, you guys always love my shades. Thank you. These are didn't I have on these shades earlier? I didn't have these lenses on. I had blue lenses in. These are black gradient. Um I wear the blue a lot. Um but see it when the sun hits you, they kind of go almost a little bit clear, but with a and then in no sun they're like police glasses, like they're like a mirror tint. They're cool. Anyway, I don't know. To me, I just think it's a mistake. I don't think there's anything wrong with commingling your funds and finances with your husband. Don't get me wrong, but this guy was not her husband. So let's keep husband talk out of it. This was a boyfriend, and she was commingling like major money, hundreds of thousands of dollars. And a lot of this extra money came from, she's a nurse by trade, but a lot of this came from her being a YouTuber and getting those big checks every month, okay? Because she was making a killing doing hair videos. How many pairs of sunglasses do you have? I can't even tell you. I'm not even gonna lie. I have 3 pairs of Porsche Design. I have champagne, I have gold, and I have the matte black. No, titanium. Okay. Titanium, um, gold, but obviously they're not gold. And I'm saying that because they do have like a gold. I think there's a pair that's like actually like has a gold plating on them. They're high end. I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying? They're high end glasses. These are the matte black. And I have titanium, and then I have the just the gold. I guess they're stainless steel. Thank you. And then you can interchange the lenses. Now, the lenses, I probably have, it's not even probably have, I'd have to count, but I may have 20 pairs of lenses. So when you think about 6 pairs, so 3 pairs of frames and 20, I probably have more than 20. Let's say less than 30. So multiply that. So each frame, and then you can interchange the lenses. So each frame with each lens, so if I've got 30 different lenses or 20 different lenses, that's 20 different looks per frame. So you're looking at like, it seems like a lot. So it's like 60 to 90 different looks, depending on how many lenses you have, because you can change the lenses out. I've got pink, I've got purple, I've got yellow, I've got clear, I've got blue gradient. You know what I'm saying? But I've had these sunglasses for 10 years. Um, these I haven't had as long as the gold and titanium, but because the matte blacks were hard to get. These are the black glasses that Kris Jenner wears all the time. She always wears the very black, the blackout lens, which is like a limousine, like a dark black tint. I was on a waiting list for like a year. They were always sold out. couldn't hardly get them. One day the guy called me and said, I've got a pair in 16, and it's also the size because they come in different sizes. And he said, I've got a matte black in 69. And I was like, I'll be there in an hour. I left work and went and picked them up. But I don't, when I leave the house and I put on a pair of sunglasses, I typically do not take them off. That's how I don't lose my sunglasses. Um, and I've had, you know, so anyway. Also, I'm a little photosensitive outside, so I need sunglasses because my eyes will start to bother me. Um, anyway, we'll get into the Mercy and Gerald thing later, but that was just a quick update on that. Let me give you, so I do have a interesting letter from a BougieGang sis. She actually, turns out she's here in the Charlotte area, so that was interesting. Let me pull this up real quick. I know a lot of you guys have enjoyed this kind of like outside, um, like the setup, just kind of a more casual. I'm going to be honest, I do StreamYard so much. I'm not going to say I'm sick of StreamYard because I don't feel like that, but I was like, I'm just so glad to not be on StreamYard for a few days. You know what I mean? And I even thought about it. I was telling my husband, I was like, I like being outside so much. I'm, I don't know, Farrah might want to come practice in the next couple weeks, come in the morning, bring the dog. We're not going to bring the dog if I'm going to be filming, but, if she wants to hit some balls, in the morning and come to the tennis court, um, then we might still do it, or I might just go live in the backyard or whatever. I've just really enjoyed not being like fully on the computer. You know what I mean? Because I'm on the computer all day and I primarily film or do my podcasting or my streams on the computer. And it's just been so nice to just like be on some one-on-one. It feels more like a one-on-one. Um, let's see. Is this going to open? Okay, so I cleared out. You guys will be happy. I have cleared the Dear Fran backlog. We are current. This is a letter that came through, I think, on Wednesday. Here we go. You guys can screenshot that. Let me read this to you guys, and you guys tell me what you think, okay? Dear Fran, question about freedom of information and work. So she has a question about a situation personally and something that's going on at work. Question about freedom of information and work. So I'm currently a prison wife, have been for years. Husband is serving 2 life sentences. Sis, he ain't coming home. With all the stuff coming out, can you walk me through how to request the calls, visits, text messages, on the verge of a divorce and just want confirmation? Second question, I work in HR, no raise the last 2 years for me or my team. My boss is leaving, company is restructuring, and I've been there for 20 years. How should I approach them about getting a raise? I have watched others do it and get shot down, but yet they just spent $25,000 on a coffee maker. I get it, it's their money, and I will never make what I'm worth until I work for myself. I like this company and the work, so I do. I like the work, I do, so I'm really torn. Okay, this is the deal. Sis, you're a prison wife. Sir's doing 2 life sentences. I don't know what he did, but sis, he did something. He did something federal, or he did something final to somebody. He did something horrible. If he's serving that type of time, it can't be anything but he killed somebody. Now, I don't know what the set of circumstances are behind that, but damn it, 2 life sentences, sis, he's not coming home. Now, unless you say he's innocent and he's waiting on some sort of appeal, something like that, and he really didn't do it and he got framed and set up, Um, okay, that's your business. Second of all, um, in terms of, I'm always going to say, like Maury says, did you need to come to find this out from us? Because if you're on the verge of a divorce and you just need that tipping point, please don't make Mr. Two Life Sentences know that you were over here to Bougie Gang and sis helped you get over the top. Because sir don't need to be coming in my door. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, okay. Um, if you're on the verge of a divorce, I mean, there's got to be a reason. If you think that you need to hurt yourself, hurt, harm, and damage more by sitting and listening, if he is booed up on the phone with somebody, if he is writing somebody, I miss your putty cat, or where's that fine ass, them fine ass whatevers. Um, I don't recommend, I never recommend self harm. And I think that requesting phone calls, this is what I mean, this is straight up and down honest. If I don't trust my husband, I don't need to know what he's doing with another woman to justify what I feel like I know that I know that I know. You know what I'm saying? It is not going to do you any good to sit there and listen if he is talking to someone. And if you don't want to be with him anymore, and let's just say he's not talking to anybody, he's not writing anybody, or he's using someone else's account, are you still going to be on the verge of a divorce? Be on a verge of a divorce because the divorce is what you feel like you need to do. Don't be on the verge of a divorce because he's talking to somebody, he's writing somebody, someone's visiting him. You're on the verge of a divorce. You're on the verge of a divorce. Be on the verge of a divorce. Don't make that be your tipping point because clearly there's a problem, right? If you don't trust him, you don't trust him. And if you think you know something, you probably do, right? So that's number two. Um, I messaged you yesterday because I didn't know what state you were in. Turned out she said she was in North Carolina. I think she said she was in Charlotte, I do believe. I don't know what prison he's in, if he's upstate, where he is located. I don't know what the prison system now, as far as like locally pulling certain things. Um, what I would say the first thing to do is to go on the prison's website and do look for a open records request, and the open records request is supported under the Freedom of Information Act. Now, you have to check the state that we're in, which is North Carolina. Do are they following, it's not necessarily a law, but it's a provision that allows that information to be shared, but some states don't do that. Um, so you have to check the state to see if the state allows it, and then is the facility supporting it? Do they even have GTL? If they have GTL, because it's not, you don't get it from GTL, you're going to get it from the prison. So you need to find out if the prison is going to get it. Furthermore, I'm a media person. I have an established blog, those type of things. So I'm not getting it for personal reasons. I'm getting it for business, right? You as a wife, if you don't have yourself an established reason other than I'm a concerned wife, I don't know that they're going to give you all that. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? When I'm requesting stuff, I'm not Shirley Strawberry. You know what I'm saying? I am real talk bougie. So I don't really know if what the prisons do. I don't have any experience with that. But what I would say, since you are asking, and so I'm assuming you are familiar with Real Talk Bougie, which means that you are familiar with phone calls from prison. I would send phone calls from prison, look on their account and their about page, ask them, um, because they can tell you, because I know they've requested, like, you know what I mean, like this is what they do. So they may know they may know some things to even give you some clues. But I would start with your own research, because if you find out that prison doesn't even release calls. It's not even worth, because you can't get everything. You just can't. Everything is not available. Some states you can't get anything. So, but I would really say again, going back to kind of the self-harm type scenario. I just don't think it's a good idea to base if you want to base it on he's been unfaithful or whatever. If you're on the verge of divorce, then you're on the verge of divorce anyway. You know what I mean? I mean, it's the 2 life sentences for me. I mean, even if you love him, you still deserve to have a companion and a life when he's chosen to do something else, right? Whatever he chose to do and it was not with you, and he is sitting there paying the price for it in prison for the rest of his life, sis, you know what I'm saying? The sister girlfriend in me says, girl, it's time to move on. You got to live your life, okay? Yes, go live your life, sis. Like, you don't need that to be the reason, and don't do it to yourself. If you guys had something before he went away, or before he started living his life of crime, or you guys have kids and stuff like that, I'm not saying give him the fake phony reality that of what you guys created, but don't get that in your head like, oh, he was talking to her, who is she, I'm gonna find out who she is, I'm gonna call her, I'm gonna confront her, da da da. Would you imagine a Shirley Strawberry calling a damn Sonya Durham Waller? Don't lower yourself. If he's talking to somebody, I don't care if she's damn Khloe Kardashian. I don't care if she is damn Lupita Nyong'o, because they say Lupita don't mind coming up in somebody's backyard. And I'm just kidding, but I mean, but not. That's what they say. Anyway, there are people out here who don't mind messing with your man. Leave that alone. Like, you don't need, you're home handling the house, handling everything, and this man is made decisions to take him out of your life. You do not need to kind of put that in your head. All jokes aside, you don't need to put that in your head, because whatever he's doing with her and not doing with you, it's going to make you feel some type of way, because you're a human. If he's writing her and he's not writing you, he sits there on the tablet, and also on top of that, it just is not a good look. You're the wife. You are the wife. You have all, you reign supreme. No matter what he's doing, he's being disloyal, he's being dishonest, he's lying. Don't put yourself in a position, especially depending on your mindset, to be made to feel bad, because that's what gaslighters do. They gaslight. He could end up making you feel bad for investigating him. And also, he probably has met some of the worst type of people out here. You don't want him with your name in his mouth to anybody. Just keep it quiet, keep it cute, sis. If you're trying to be out, go. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my best advice. I'm not I'm not a big advocate for trying to run around. Like, contrary to what I do here on this internet, honey, let me tell you something. If I don't need a bunch of paperwork stacked up to make a final decision, if I feel like the decision has already been made. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how they would say, well, yeah, we know what we're going to do here. Like when they would do house hunters, and you got 3 houses, they eliminate one, and then they talk about it, and they're like, yeah, we know, we pretty much know our answer, right? Yeah. Okay. So second part of the question is, sis is in HR. Now, sis, I don't know what you do in HR. I don't know like what your job is. You didn't tell me what your function is, because HR could be payroll, benefits, um, comp. It could be leave of absence. It could be employee relations. It could be a business partner where you work with the businesses, supporting, their efforts, right? There's so many different jobs. It could be TA like me. It could be so many different things, right? I feel like as a seasoned HR person, you should know the answer to this question. At the end of the day, you've been with this company, you work in HR, last 2 years, so you guys have not gotten a raise. Clearly, the company is not doing well. Okay. If the company were doing well, let's see what she says about this. Um, I work in HR, no raise for the last 2 years. They're not giving raises. And some company, I mean, they really don't have to, but some companies do not do well with that practice. My boss is leaving. Your boss is abandoning ship. When your boss is leaving the company, that is a huge red flag. Okay. Okay. If number one cheerleader for your team is leaving, that's a big red flag, sis. Okay. Boss is leaving. Now, you could have, I mean, I don't know what your position is, but are you in a position, are you qualified to apply for their job? That's a raise, okay? Um, my boss is leaving and the company is restructuring, and I've been here for 20 years now. How should I approach them about a raise? Okay, I would look, contrary to what I said the other day, like you can sit and the company is restructuring. So the company is going to look different now. So maybe they were taken over by a company, maybe they sold off part of the business, maybe they're stopping part of the business, maybe the CFO left, who knows? There seems to be some sort, there's usually restructuring. Companies who are doing fantastic aren't necessarily restructuring. Sometimes they are adding to their portfolio. Um, and HR becomes more of like a shared services situation, and we're handling different lines of business. Like maybe they were in plastics, but now they were making raw materials, but now they started manufacturing actually a product outside of like a raw material. Or maybe they are a company that has digital brands. They own this brand, that brand, and all of the things. So we don't really know. When you said restructuring, does that mean restructuring due to finances, a sale? Is it just fugazi and they really need, it's like the wild wild west, and it grew really fast and they just don't have, it's unprofessional, or it's not being professionally run, or the structure isn't right. Like any number, like there's so many different reasons as to what restructuring could mean. So I don't really know exactly. I would just ask, like at this point, your boss is leaving. So this is different advice than what I would normally give. Your boss is leaving. Your boss has nothing to lose and probably doesn't care. I would just go ahead and be like, look, since you're out the door, you know what I do. You know what I've done. I really want to stay through this transition. And I'm hoping that maybe even I could get your support for a promotion. I mean, go out guns blazing. I want your support in a recommendation for your job. How about that? If you're qualified. Now, I'm not telling you to do anything like ridiculous. I'm just saying if you feel like you are qualified, I would be like, look, can we have a conversation? And also, I feel like in the last 2 years, I haven't gotten any, we haven't had any increases. Now, I'm going to ask why. Hey, I'm here for the show. Um, is the company not doing well? Are they not following any sort of practice of annual appraisals and reviews and increases? If that company does not engage in those type of practices, but it sounds like you said the last 2 years, no raises, you've been there for 20 years. So maybe, I mean, it sounds like they're not doing well. That's just my thought. Um, I would talk to your boss. Even though they don't make the final decision, they could give a recommendation, and there could be some money in a budget, but again, your boss probably doesn't manage the budget. His boss or her boss or their boss does, and they're just managing the piece of the budget as they've been told that it would go, basically. This is your head count and this is how you're going to manage your head count. In terms of like the numbers and crunching, that's not typically on a managing supervisor's level. It's usually director and senior director, VPs on up, who are looking at the cost and the dollars and the cents of offering someone additional money. The fact that this person is leaving, if you are a player and they're going to need you through the transition, it's possible you could have this work to your advantage. Okay? So this is some different advice than I would normally give. This, if you are part of the restructuring plan and they can count on you to rally and to be there for the team and to keep everything together through this process, whether they promote you or not, it's worth having a conversation and see if the money's there. If they have a mass exodus from HR as they're restructuring and trying to hold everything together, that is a horrible look. It's one thing when full departments get up leaving, but when the HR department all of a sudden is a damn ghost town, that's bad. Okay? So it's worth having a conversation. I'm still gonna go with the bearer of bad news. These companies are tight. And if they haven't given raises to your, so keep in mind this too. HR is not a profit center, it's a cost center. When you look at companies, there are parts of the companies that make money and there are parts of the company that cost money. Even though you are in a support services role, if you were in sales or marketing or business development, you would have a more of a chance of getting more money because you are in an area of the business that generates revenue. Being in a support function is not, it's a cost center. It is a cost center. So it is a expense to the business for your support, right? So if it's going to cost the business more money to have you, I'm not saying they're not going to give you a raise. I'm just going to say just measure your expectations, because if they're not giving operations raises, then sales must not be doing too good. If they're doing a restructuring, there could be some, you know what I'm saying? Like there's reasons. You guys follow me, right? Um But number one, have a talk with your boss and see what the chances are. It's possible. I would even talk to their boss if there's like a CHRO or director of HR. If you report to the director of HR, if there is a VP of HR or it's a CHRO, I don't know how big your company is, but you've got to do a skip level. Your manager's leaving, so their word is pretty much okay. They can give you a recommendation though. Who's our go-to people you're leaving in this transition? Who's our go-to people? You want to be on that list, right? When you talk to them, because you're on that list, you want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I need, what's my incentive to stay? You don't want to. I do not believe in ultimatums. I've seen ultimatums go drastically wrong. And if you've been there for 20 years, I'm sure you have too. People who give ultimatums, they're not going to be there longer than 6 months to a year. The company is going to be looking at you like boo boo the fool the whole time. And or there's always those one or two people that leave and come back and like to play in those people's face, but they don't trust them either. It's just that they've got something valuable that they seem to always want to bring back. But me personally, I've never played that game. When I'm ready to go, I'm done. So anyway, I feel like that was a really great question. So to the sis, number one, I'm gonna just recommend, ma'am, if you're ready to leave your husband, don't go and get additional information. You don't need that. Make your decision based on what your heart says and when you look in the mirror as a woman, what you feel like you need for your life. Don't go and get a bunch of shit, because if you get the mother load of information, how's that going to make you feel? How's that going to make you feel in having to have a positive conversation with your kids, which has nothing to do with you and his relationship? You know what I mean? If he was okay, and you know what I'm saying, like, it might make you feel some type of way, and it's not something that you need to make a decision, especially when the man is gone. Okay, he's gone. He may as well have just left. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's gone. And then as far as the job situation is concerned, you just heard me. Anyway, okay, let me see what you guys are saying. Guys, I cannot tell you how much I have enjoyed our week, and we're going to continue the best way we can. Monday, we do have I'll be a little later on Monday. We're not going to be like on time, but we'll do this on Monday, probably live from the backyard. Um, but we'll be a little later. You guys might want to know how my nails are doing. They're doing awful. I'm so mad at this woman for jacking up my nails. The color's coming back, but they're very dry. All right, let's see what's going on here. Let's see. Guys, take a minute. If you're not subscribed to this channel, hit the subscribe. Make sure your notifications are set. And hit the like button. Hit the like. Girl, Daddy is gone. Let him go. She has enough information. Yeah, to me, unless you just, if he's being messy and you want to go ahead and be messy, and I mean that in like the nicest way possible, don't do it to yourself. Me personally, I wouldn't even want to know. All I would need to know is that there's some bitch in the mist trying to cut into my time and deal with my man, and then he allowed it. Sis, I'm out. Uh-uh. Mm-mm. No way. Cause just on top of that, again, 2 life sentences. Like that's enough. Cause what do you get? Let me see. Let me do a Google search. What do you have to do to get 2 life sentences? I would imagine it includes on some unaliving of a major way. You don't get life sentences for nothing. It's either something really egregious federal or it is the ultimate state. Okay? Why would someone get two or okay, I'll probably need to phrase that better, but we'll just go with what I was. Back-to-back life sentences arise when there are 2 or more crimes committed by the defendant. The combination of multiple sentences would lean to an increase of years. Okay. Um Crimes for life sentence. Oh, I guess rape, right? Grape, excuse me. A life sentence is a maximum punishment for most serious crimes, which are usually violent and extremely serious. Some examples of crimes that warrant a life sentence include unalive, aggravated essay, kidnapping, torture, errorism with a T, okay? Child abuse resulting in an unalive, grape, espionage, treason, and illegal drug trade. Okay. Anywho, let's see what else you guys are saying. I don't know that she's looking for a reason, Double H. That's not what she wrote us about. She wants to know about getting phone calls, text messages, and finding out about visitors log. She wants to know, I'm sure she knows that, but she wants additional information. She says she's on the verge of a divorce and she wants some additional information. And to me, I don't like, this is just, it's not my marriage, but I don't feel like you know what I mean? Like if you want a divorce, sis, to stand on that, because phone calls, text messages, and finding out that someone is cutting into your time is not going to leave you whole and happy. and it will bring hurt and harm to your feelings about somebody who might already just be a bum. You know what I mean? Like, who wants to get played by somebody who's sitting up in the prison? You know what I'm saying? Like, is that going to help you or is that going to continue to harm you? I just don't believe in messing with your own head. You know what I mean? He might be up to some shenanigans, but damn it, he's in prison. You know what I'm saying? Make your decision. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, Cinnamon Shaw, you said sounds like she's trying to torture herself. Girl, fuck it. Like, let I wouldn't even give him the pleasure of knowing that you found out. Like, if you were to find out, what are you gonna do with that information? You gonna call him and confront him in the jail cell? Who cares? Like, you know what I'm saying? And then if he says F you, B, like, how are you going to feel about that? You know what I mean? Leave it amicable so that if somehow, some way he ends up getting out, he doesn't have negative things to say out of his mouth about you while he's sitting there with other convicted people. You know what I mean? I wouldn't even want, you hear about horror stories. I wouldn't even, girl, leave that man alone. If you want to leave that man alone, I feel like I'm gonna just speak for BougieGang. You have BougieGang support to leave that man alone. Like, don't even bother with him. He doesn't deserve your time. You said N Harmon. Sometimes I'm be afraid to look up things on my phone. I don't want to pop up on ABC's list, but I guess this is too late. Let me tell you something. You can look up, like, for me, I look up a lot of shit, and that's because that's what I do, right? Like, I do this, and as far as popping up, there's a infinite amount of curiosity out here. As long as you don't have actions, showing up on a list of being curious and learning and trying to understand what's going on and out here in this world is a far different thing from being accused of an action and have, so, like, let's just say this perfect example. Any of you guys watching the Karen Reed case right now? um Somebody searched soon after, I can't remember the boyfriend's name, he passed away. How long does it take for a body to freeze outside? And you just had someone freeze outside. Now that's a problem. Another problem is when you try to find out how to dispose of somebody. Okay? But you got receipts from Home Depot with all kinds of bleach and tape and uh, plastic and uh, Rubbermaid containers and all kinds of stuff, right? You know what I'm saying? You searching something on the computer is nothing compared to people finding you in some probable cause for doing some stuff and having stuff on your phone and computer. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a difference. Like, doing research because you enjoy true crime is not, it's not a big deal. If your actions are lining up with your searches, sis, you got a problem. Okay? Yes, absolutely. And Harmon, I think it's good to have a curiosity. We you know what I'm saying? And it's good to have your eyes open. There was a young lady, what was her name? The young lady in Houston, a 12-year-old just went missing. Girl, let me tell you something. I'm gonna just say this, and I'm sure none of you guys have this problem at home, but this young lady, mom was going to bed. Anyone who lives in Houston, you already know what I'm going to talk about. The young girl who was just found in the bayou off of Rankin Road. And mom went to bed, and baby girl decided to get herself dressed and go out to the store at midnight. I think she was by herself. She went and walked to the store, and two guys came upon her, and we don't know all the details of what happened, and she's no longer, with us. The reason what I'm saying is there was a lady who was driving on an overpass and thought she saw a mannequin. I guess she probably knew it was a body. She thought it was a mannequin, but it made her stop. Girl, she stopped her car, jumped out to see what it was, and it was the young lady. Okay. Um Turns out two guys, maybe even from her apartment complex, ran into her out after midnight, and Boo Boo was out by herself, and unfortunately we don't even know what her last few hours were. I feel so bad for her. It's a nightmare, right? um I mean, reading these stories and stuff like that, yeah, the stuff is in your computer, but people, they know who to go for and who not. um the phone searches, that kind of stuff is only applicable if you get caught up in something. But yeah, the stories about the young, so I guess I'm telling you guys that story too. Like, just remind your kids, like, sneaking out the house is very dangerous. It can get you, like, I was thinking how I'm going to share that story. My daughter, like, we live out kind of in the country. It's not to say certain things could never happen, but I do select stories from time to time to share, because my parents will put some fear in me when I was a kid. I remember sometimes I would listen to the news with my dad, so I knew everything that was going on. I always listened to the news. That was like my dad's thing. So I was very aware early at what was going on in the world. um, we don't listen to the news like that so much, but she hears things. And last year there was a girl not too far from us. She ended up like in Kansas or something. She met some boy who she thought was a young boy on the internet. Turned out to be a 30-year-old man. And she went missing for a period of time. Thank God they found her alive. And she was returned back home to her family. And she's like two towns over from me. And it was like a national story. Um, oh, I made sure to. We talked about that one. We watched the news story. Watched a couple. We talked about it. Talking, making sure, just so she's aware that there are people online who are pretending to be your age. Don't ever drop a location. Don't meet anybody on the corner. You know what I mean? Like, very calmly, all of those things to have to put, like, oh, okay, this is one of those situations I need, mom told me about, to be on the lookout for. That little girl, I don't know if her mom had told her not to, 12, get her ass up and leave the house. I cannot believe it. Like, I hate that for her. What a awful thing. The mom says she's just in a nightmare. She just can't, but she said, I just can't. I don't understand. She's probably still trying to understand what made sis wake up or sneak out the house, out of her perfectly safe home, and just to go to the store. But kids, like, they want to feel grown. They want to go get some chips. They want to go get a soda. They just want to experience life. You know what I mean? Like, they're ready to live their life. And I feel so bad for that little girl. I hate that that happened to her. Um, anyway, but yeah, it's so unfortunate. That just happened in Houston, guys. They said it was up off of Rankin Road, so north. Um, Anyway, yeah, my sister, I have some family in Houston. I have a sister, and my nephews are there. My 13-year-old, hold on. My 13-year-old need to come to reminders on she wakes up early in the morning because she has ADHD and she can't sleep, and I tell her, please wake me up every time you get up in the morning. Yeah. I don't even think that they think that the anything happening is to the extent of what could actually happen. Like Susanna Morales, the one who got caught up with the police officer walking home from her friend's house. She walked to the friend's house. She got there just fine. It was in the evening. Um, how old was she? Maybe 15, 16 years old. She was still young, but she wasn't like a senior, right? But she was somewhere between like 10th or 11th grader, and she was only walking like down a street and then to another street. So and something that she had done plenty of times. But it was 10 o'clock at night, and or was it it was the evening. She left her friend's house. She's walking home. I think they said it came out that she had smoked some pot. That's not worth someone coming and snatching you up and taking your life. You know what I mean? That's not even relevant. I mean, it could have impaired her judgment a little bit in terms of maybe like her walking, or maybe she was walking slow. She could have been walking fast. It could have made herself more of a target. It could have made her not call to get a ride. It could have been many different things of the reason. But they brought that up in the trial that she had smoked some pot or whatever, but that wasn't like a reason. Um, so these kids, I know we're more aware of stuff because of the cameras and phones and everything, and this kind of stuff has been happening for years. Um, my parents always told me from a very early age, don't get yourself into trouble that we can't get you out of. And it never made, I wouldn't say it didn't make sense. As I grew older, it expanded for me. You know what I mean? Like, my dad would say, don't put me in a position where I can't help you. That's serious. And when you think about it, like, that's real. So that's just, I put that in my daughter's head. Like, don't put us in a position, first of all, don't put me in a position where I got to come beat somebody's ass. And don't put us in a position where daddy has to come and beat somebody's ass. Third, don't put me in a position where I can't come help you. That's my nightmare. So, yep. This conversation needed to happen. Someone needed to hear this today. Someone's going to have the conversation with their kids this weekend, boy or girl, doesn't matter. They all need to be protected. They all need to be reminded to have a healthy fear of stranger danger. And also, I'm not as big and bad and old and ready for this world as I think I am, because people get duped every single day. So just be out here, be careful, keep your eyes open, and all of those things, right? Okay, so we did the dear friend. We talked a little bit about Mercy. As far as anything else, like a Three Moms update, I don't even have it. I guess I've been on like a Three Moms vacay this week. I did watch a little bit of Jasmine, but not enough to really give you an update of what's going on. So I don't know if you guys are even watching that or not. Um, Yeah, I just don't even have any. And I think we just also, like, for me, as far as what's going on, I'm just enjoying like expanding and just talking about some other things. But you guys just remember too, if you've got a problem and you want to hear from Bougie Gang, you guys make sure to comment down below, and you also make sure to drop a dear friend question, and we're going to tell you exactly, we're going to give it to you exactly like we give it. Okay, don't feel any type of way. We're going to give you that friend advice that your friends won't give you. Okay, we're going to give you that real friend advice. Okay, girl, sit your behind down. I'm just kidding. um I'm 38, about to be 39 in July, and my mom and dad still talk to me about this stuff and make sure I understand when I walk around, to be aware and to make sure. Girl, absolutely. Absolutely. Is someone right behind me? It's so funny how this park is huge, but you choose to come so close to what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Trolls, right? It's a bit trollish. Um Absolutely, they're right. Until there is someone that they can entrust with you and they know that he got it. You know what I mean? Right. This whole big this whole big park and all this big space and you got to come right up. You got to come 12 inches from me. Right there, okay. Case in point, Miles Bryant, all the searches he did on Susanna. Oh, he was doing searches on Susanna after she went missing, right? He didn't think he was gonna get caught. He was stupid. Look at who's walking behind me, girl. Look at all this space. Look at all this space and opportunity. There's horses back there, like back down. There's like a horsey. Uh, okay. Um, and someone did ask. I'm not just avoiding your question. Someone asked me like, "Oh, this park is so beautiful. Where, if you are in the Charlotte area, there is not one park in this in Mecklenburg County that is not stunning." Okay. I don't need to tell you, like, you know what I mean? Like, all due respect, you know what I'm saying? I got to protect my kid. Like, after we just had that conversation, I got to protect my kid. So I can't. But I highly recommend all of our beautiful parks. They are all stunning. North Carolina is beautiful, and the parks in this area are absolutely amazing. So I suggest get into them. There's so much that they have to offer. But yeah, I'd rather, you know what I mean? Because, girl. You said I look too comfy. They want to see why. That's okay. All right. All right, guys, it is 10:34, so we're going to have to end this. If you have not had a chance yet to hit the like button, what are you waiting for? We'll resume this next week. Like I said, Monday is going to be a little bit later. I might be back. Well, I will be back tonight because I do want to. We have some catching up to do. We haven't done our reactions. So we are going to get ourselves caught up. And that's it. Here comes Farah. Here she's running. She's like, "Are you still live?" Here she comes. I love that she loves sports. It's so cute. Hi, babe. She's so happy. Hi, babe.
Hey guys.
You want to show everybody your racket?
Look at my racket I got. I got a racket, guys.
Was it fun? What'd you learn today? Did you hit yourself? What's that?
Uh,
Oh, it's a shadow. Okay.
we played with water balloons today.
I saw.
And we hit it with the racket.
Mm-hmm. Come over here.
Ah. Anyway, so this is my new racket, guys. And
You want to show us your swing?
Anyway, um, yes, this is my new racket.
Are you excited about tennis as a sport?
Maybe.
Okay. So if you continue to like it, you think you want to play in high school?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Some of our friends on Love Lies and Lace Fronts don't know, but because I told our friends on Real Talk Bougie that you did so well this year, you ended up getting inducted into.
National Junior Honor Society.
Yay! Farah, she's had she had a great year. Do you want to talk about what were you running this year in track? What was your race? Was it 200? You were doing
I did
200,
200 and I did long jump.
200 and the long jump. Okay. All right, guys. Let me let you guys go. We had a fun. I'm glad you enjoyed our conversation today. I know it got a little bit serious, but we always talk serious stuff too. Thank you. They're saying congratulations, baby.
Thank you.
Um, oh, she's seeing the comments. Um, I'll be back. I'll be back. I definitely will be back. I'm gonna be on Real Talk Bougie. I know I was supposed to go over to OSIP. I got tired. I got really tired. Plus I'm having like full-time mom camp, so I gotta do. You know what I mean? Like we're doing stuff. But it's fun because mom has been in the house like all year. So you guys know I've been like busting my ass all year. Drop her off. I'm live pretty much most of my day until I go pick her up at school. Then I'm cooking dinner, taking care of my family, stuff like that. So right now we're just kind of enjoying a little bit of the summer. Um, Doing summer activities, spending time together, waiting for daddy come home. I think tomorrow we're going to go to the movies. We're going to go see Bad Boys. What are you guys
Bad
doing?
boys.
You guys comment down below. What are you guys doing this weekend? Have you seen Bad Boys? If you saw it, was it good? Was it worth it? What else are you guys doing? Beach, pool? What's your plan? What's your family vacation situation going to be like? Have you already taken vacation yet? If so, where did you go and what do you recommend? All of the things, guys. Make sure to comment down below. Again, if you're new, thumbs up.
Wait, let me see. So guys, if you're new, like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can get all up-to-date commentary, reactions, and reviews that you all know you and love. Yeah.
Oh, thank you,
I
baby.
struggled on the last part.
That's okay, but that was like a really good freestyle ad lib. Look at my baby, okay? Aw, I'm so proud. Aw. Okay, guys, on that note, I can't even finish this thing any better. Love you guys. See you later. Thank you for supporting. You guys are amazing. Okay, take care.
Bye.
Bye.